Hi, this is Frank, and thanks for tuning in. I've been really busy lately with a lot of work and overtime and stuff like that, so haven't had a whole lot of time to work on my art. But this is another side project I'm working on, and I get these ideas, and I just want to bring them to life in some form, even if it's just a little short skit. Um, but the other project I'm working on is the robot project that I've always wanted to do for a long time. I just never got around to it. And then this is another idea that I have. So what I have to do here is separate these pieces. This is an import from a PSD file from one of the photo editor where you could draw in there, the GIMP program, similar to Photoshop, except it's free. But anyway, here it is. This alien hybrid type character torso, and let's see. I have to separate the pieces. So the first thing I do is go under this button here, the layer move button, and what I'll do is I'll click on the face and then shift and then press up at the top mouth, and I'll just push that up there, probably about that far. The reason you move it that far is so when you bind everything together, this piece here won't affect this piece through the degree of how far it can affect the other pieces. So then this arm I'll move way out here. The leg I'll move way down here. The torso I'll leave where it is. The other leg I'll move there. And then I'll shift and then I'll move this here way out there. And I'll show what I'm talking about with how the other pieces affect the other pieces when you're putting the skeleton together. So first thing I do is start right here at the base. This is where everything pivots, and I usually create 3 pieces and then go right up to the top of the base of the character's neck, and then for the head I just move up at that angle. Now to get back to here, I usually click on here, and that's the pivot point for the arm. That's why I clicked on there, and then I'll just move inside the arm, create 3 little pieces, and now that that's done, just click on this pivot point of the shoulders again, and now I'll just go down this one, try it about center, and then for the fingers I just do another piece there. Now I have to move everything down here so I can see what's going on down here. Now I click on the base torso pivot point for the legs, and then I just move down there, click down there, and then for the shoes go like that, and then click on that again for this one, and then go there, click there, there, and there, and that creates all the bone pivot pieces. So now I have to get back here, and now I'll click on this button. This is called the offset bone tool, and now I'll just move this down here. Now if this was right here when I originally set the bones, you'd get a really weird effect, but thankfully nothing's negatively affected here. And this is a slightly different style of mine. I want to make the character's head really gigantic, cartoony on purpose, so that's why I left the head for the character really much larger. And then these legs, I just have to set them at the right spot. Let's see, the top is right there, so I'd say right about there. And then this leg, I think right about there is okay. Alright, so now that that's done, here's where I'll test everything with this tool here, manipulate bones tool. And before I do that, let me go to frame 1 and make these other mouths invisible. I just double click on it and then visible, invisible, and I'll go to the base mouth and make that visible, and that would be that mouth there. So I'll just leave that as it is. So now that that is finished, I could go on this tool here, manipulate bones, and you don't see the bones now, but I'm actually clicked on one. So this will move his head up and down. That's pretty good range. And now this arm, I have to test that and make sure it bends okay. That seems okay. I could fine tune it a little bit. Now they have a thing called reverse kinetics or something like that. Kinetics. But I just base it on my own animation and just, in other words, reverse kinematics would prevent it from going past this point like that. So it would stop it right there, but I just handle all that through animation. I don't even have to worry about any fancy tools or anything, since it's pretty basic stuff here. And then see, this is gonna mess it up with this here. I might have oh no, I should be okay. This, since I'm on frame 1, I have to be careful. So one thing I want to do is take these fists and remove the visibility of them on frame 1. So I'll just go right in there and do that. Now this, I'll jump back to the piece there and delete that. So I go back to frame 0. And here's where I should have tested it. But he seems like he's set up right. The only thing I'm concerned about are the arms. That seems pretty good, but I think I could get it a little closer. So I'm going to click on this tool here, which is called the bone strength. And I have to click on the display so I can see what I'm doing here. And if I shrink that down, that improves it a little bit. I mean, that's not too bad. That's pretty much, yeah, that looks pretty good, I think, for the rotation. What I really like about this program is you could have really detailed drawings that don't have to be vector based. They could be bitmap, so you could draw it and have as much detail as you possibly ever could, while a vector image is more limited. This is a more basic cartoon cell shade look to it, but and as you can see on frame 1, his fist is just the regular hands, and then his eyes blink and all that stuff. And I can move his pupils and his eyes blink. And then to go over the mouths, you just click on the mouth you want, double click on it, and then you'd say visible. And then further down the line, you can just click on that green button, and that'll adjust it there too. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll have more as I go along. Thanks for watching.